Okay, hello. I thought it was gonna do like the countdown. Okay, it did not. All right, alrighty. Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, I told everybody I was live. I believe so. Let me copy link. Give me 1 second. Let's put that on mute. Okay, hello. All right, welcome back to my channel. All right, so let me put that over there. This is live. It's live. Why is it live? It's live. Lori, and also I have a new Twitter account. And I want to get with you and give it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in a text. She said I had to ask. Yeah, this is live. I came yesterday and oh, you came in a little late. You came in at the end of it or whatnot. Yeah. No, this is live. Okay. And thank you for being here. But I do have a new Twitter account. For the Jupiter Occult. I think it's called Jupiter Occult. Oh, look at my babies. Yeah, I think it's called Jupiter Occult. Okay. So we are going to do the Durga lessons today, okay? Okay. To ask me about Twitter? Or would you feel compelled to ask me yesterday? Would you ask me yesterday? So y'all, just put some lotus oil on. I just put some lotus oil on. Okay. Y'all can see it. My ears are ringing. But we're going to go ahead and get started because I don't want this lesson to be too long. I'm going to do the lesson and then I'll do oh, have another Twitter. Yeah, I have another Twitter. I made it live in action, and it's so crazy because I was talking to Gabby, and which is another young lady that might swoop in, Essie, ESI. And I was talking to her, and she has like a situation that was going on or whatnot, some ghost busting situation. And I almost opened my old Twitter up. It hasn't been 30 days. It hasn't been gone for 30 days. And then I pulled a card. I was like, you know what? Let me pull cards on this, right? And I promise y'all, the card, the desk is really here we go. Number 13. This was the card that came out. This is the card that came out. I pulled the Cali card. And I'll just read. I literally asked, like, should I open my old Twitter back up? Right? I was like, should I open my old Twitter back up? Like, should I go back? because I had said a lot of stuff about not necessarily like her situation, but a lot of people's situation in the spiritual community, being people being taken advantage of, and just like not people being taken advantage of by these spiritualists, okay, that we consider like mentors and teachers and gurus, and you know, like they supposed to help us out or whatever the case is. And so I almost opened my old Twitter up, because y'all know I go ham on there, and I don't care about, I don't care, you know. And this is what Spirit, I pulled the card and it said, so it's called Yuga Shakti, right? Shakti. And it says, her timing is fierce with compassion, wisdom. To love her is to honor her great knowing. She demands the surrender of futile attempts to control that which is beyond our sphere of understanding, until the pain transforms into sweet pleasures of release. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition at the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again that her divinely orchestrated workings of time served you faithfully with love and grace. And it said, I don't want to read all this, but the timing of this unfoldment is significant, and there are many factors at play. You will sense when the correct moment is upon you. During this time, globally, the light of spiritual knowledge is particularly covered within the darkness of ignorance and confusion. Even those with awareness to have positive intention, so even those with awareness to have positive intention, can become confused and place profit above integrity. Attack our brothers and sisters on their path, or lay claims to knowledge of on false foundations. Even when our intentions are noble and effect, our actions can create further suffering. Such conflicts and confusions are signs that esoteric or negative forces have gained the upper hand. Okay, so basically saying that when you start feeling a certain pull towards something, and you're wanting to do it not because of quote unquote integrity, but like you could be all the positive light in the world, but you're doing it for, there's a dark, I don't even want to say you're doing it, it be unconsciously what you're doing it for. You sometimes you don't even know why you're doing it. Like, you get what I'm saying? So me closing down my Twitter, I did not understand why Spirit was telling me to close down my Twitter. But now, not now since I pulled this card, but in hindsight, looking in, I have said, like I said, I said a lot of bad things on my Twitter. And it's not that I'm running or I'm hiding from them. It's just that, you know, I'm asking Divine for forgiveness. That's the first thing I'm asking Divine for forgiveness, for attacking my brothers and sisters that's out there, you know, beating their asses, keeping my foot on their neck a moment too long. It's just, and right is right, wrong is wrong, or whatever the case is. But I'm glad we're doing the Durga lessons and we're starting with Durga, because one thing about the Divine Mother is that she will always welcome her children back. And I can't say that this person that's a bad energy, the sutric, the negative energy, the dark energy, a demon, I can't say that they're not her children too. You get what I'm saying? I could be like, this person is a fraudulent claiming to be the daughter of Kali or the daughter of Durga. Yeah, they don't understand that. Yes, you are. And the reason why you're continuing to go through certain sufferings is because the Divine Mother is literally dragging you across the cremation ground, aka, you know, the cremation ground, making you have multiple death after death after death after death after death. And until you really have that top notch, get the most out the, and I'm not talking about top notch, get the most out the lesson ascension. I'm talking about the top notch and get the most out the lesson death. Until you truly kill some part of what you know is wrong. Okay? Until you destroy and let the destroyer, the mother, actually, you know, show you, and you see it and you stop it. Okay? You stop it. It's only so far that you can go. So I know that my Twitter had to go. My Twitter had to go. I have went through a lot of times. I have deleted all my followers before. I'm like, I don't care about followers. But okay, so Twitter has this thing, right? I had let's say I had 200 followers, right? I have 200 followers. But I'm having like 8,000-9,000 impressions on my page a day. I know people are on my page. I know they're searching keywords. You get what I'm saying? I have a particular tweet. I have a couple tweets or whatnot. I have a couple tweets that people just randomly, and they're old tweets. They're old tweets. And I have some tweets of my, you know, like images and stuff where they're just me. And people are coming and they're lustful pictures or whatever the case is. People are coming and they're retweeting that stuff. You get what I'm saying? They're retweeting it or they liking it. It could be from years ago. Y'all don't forget that I was, you know, I was a dancer. I worked these clubs or whatnot. I worked at multiple clubs in Houston. Okay. But that part of me is like, it's dead. And I can be like, I don't care about this stuff. Right? I can say that I don't care. And I truly don't care if anybody bring up my past. Right? I don't care. It's not anything that can bother me. But it's not me being the type of example that I want to set for the next generation coming up. Like, for my kids, for my sons, or none of that. Like, so when we leave that stuff there, we're basically saying that you can go and do this, okay? These kids these days, they're not following that thing where it says, you know, don't do as I did, do as I say. They're not following that. They're actually doing as we did, okay? So I was literally going to message you about it because you said something on Twitter and you said full-blown got exposed for that person, and you said full-blown got exposed for that person. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I do have a Twitter. At first I was just following some cat pages. I was following a cat page, but I also, you know, when I search my name too, you can still create content for TikTok. You just need to go to your, you got to go to your, this is bothering me. You got to go to your algorithm. Like, that's why these social medias are for us. They're for us, but we just got to create different things. Like, I don't have 1,000 followers on here. I don't have 1,000 followers on here. I probably get like 40 or 50 I probably get like 40 or 50 like true views of people. But even if like 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, even if they see what it is, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay if for thousands and thousands of people, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? And when you're really supposed to be doing something, you don't care about going viral. You don't care about your messages getting to the right people. Divine is going to send you the right people. And people do just want to argue and they want to trigger you, but you also want to argue too. You get what I'm saying? Like, you also want to be compatible as well too. You gotta, like, for example, I went into this space yesterday, right? I went into this space and I had already listened to 2 of the spaces on Gabby's page, and I had skipped through some of the stuff, skipped through some of the talking and everything, right? Cause y'all know, people should just know, like, I can't, even when I'm reading my books and stuff, I skip through it and then I come back. I read. If it had subtitles, I read everything people saying. If it had captions, I'm talking about subtitles. If it had captions, I'll read everything that people were saying, as opposed to like listening to what they're saying. Because as a spiritualist, the type of ears that I have, right? And this is just me. This is just me. It could be somebody else as well too. The type of ears that I have, when I hear certain people talk, I hear other stuff and I'm just like, shh. But I'm learning discernment. I'm learning to speak when necessary. Okay? I'm learning to speak when necessary. So when I was listening to something that somebody was saying yesterday, and they had mentioned Vedic astrology, and I'm not an expert in Vedic astrology. I am a student of God, right? And I just go where led to. I gotta be careful. I be done spilled that coffee on my shirt. I feel like I need I guess that's spirit telling me to open this damn water and drink this water, right? So I feel like I'm gonna spill that coffee on my shirt. I'd be so mad. So let's go ahead and that's it for the coffee. So when people say certain things, if it's not, let's say they say something wrong, and I try not to tense up when you're afraid. The best way, try not to tense up when you're afraid. The best way to deal with something, I don't know. All right, chart. So, and I had told her this the night before. I was like, a lot of people are saying things. They're not necessarily wrong, but they're not correct either. You get what I'm saying? So I said this a couple lives ago, and I still mean it. A lot of the spiritual communication, what's happening in the spirit community, is a lot of the communication that's coming in, we are sharing it. We're oversharing information that is for us. Like it's for us, right? So we want, you use the word argue, but we want to debate people about it, because we got this from Divine, or we read something like this, or we was led to this, or we was led to that, and this is this and this is this. And the topic that it was about, and I'm getting off subject right now, but I need to get right back. But the topic that it was about astrology. And I think that I had told you guys, when you practice Vedic astrology, the very first thing you need to do is work on your own chart. And I gave y'all a website. It's called farfaraway.com. I mean, not com, but .co. farfaraway.co. And the very first thing that you need to do is go to your own chart. When you think that you mastered your own chart, pick a nakshatra, preferably the moon or the 9th house one. Pick that nakshatra and master that nakshatra, that one nakshatra. It'll open you up to a whole nother world. And it will also kind of guide you. It'll guide you not only to your spiritual path, and I can almost guarantee that a lot of people that's doing like birth chart breakdowns and astrology readings, and I'm saying astrology because now we get into the you know, you're a Virgo, you're a Leo, you're a Gemini, you're a Sagittarius, right? a lot of those people, they are wrong. Okay, they're wrong. They look at your placements that you have. They're looking at the placements that you have, but they're not factoring in the energies that are around them. And the topic that had came up was K2 and Raw, which is the North Node and the South Node. Both of those aspects are they're not planets. They're not planets. They're imaginary energy. I'm talking about imaginary. Imaginary is a crazy word too. But they're I have a deck of cards that I want to get. They're in my house. They're in my husband's house coat pocket. But those energies, those are two energies that we don't we deal with the gods over them. And good Durga, we're gonna have a lesson on Durga. Durga, Hanama, Shakti are over the North Node aspect. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into our Durga lessons. Okay, let me get the remote. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't need the remote control. I don't need the remote control. I need this phone right here. So we have Jackie's phone, and what we're going to do is we are going to play the 32 names of Durga. Of Maa Durga. I've never seen white YouTube, but this is in my phone. So we're going to put on our armor. I guess I should have sent this. Well, thank you. You're my fave too. You are my fave too. Because you listen. Let's go to YouTube. This is so crazy. It's like his YouTube and Google are all in one thing. So we're just gonna go to videos. And we'll just pull up one. Let's start that over. Okay. So again, 32 names of Maa Durga. This is us putting on our armor of God, armor of protection. All right. Listen to this with nothing in your mind. It is 1 minute and 44 seconds. Okay. 1 minute and 44 seconds. All right. And let's see what 144 means. Real quick. It says 144 is letting you know that it's time to get a little serious about something in your life right now. Something or someone needs your attention. It is imperative that you show up with an open spirit and compassion. You have the power to help move something or someone in forward direction by being grounded. Okay? So that's where we at. So that's what the Divine Mother wants you to use this energy for, is to move yourself or someone else forward. But in order to do that, we have to get grounded, okay? So
Durga, Durga Tishamani, Durga Padvini Varini.
oh, let me die.
Durga Machedini, Durga Sadhini, Durga Nashini, Durga Todharani.
I can't even show y'all because it's got a glare.
Durga Mapaha, Durga Magyanada, Durga Daityaloka Davanala, Durga Ma Loka, Durga Matma Swarupini, Durga Marga Prada, Durga Magya, Durga Mashrita, Durga Magyana Samsthana, Durga Madhyana Bhasini, Durga Moha, Durga Maga, Durga Martha Swarupini, Durga Ma Sura Samhantri, Durga Ma Yudharini, Durga Mangi, Durga Mata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durga Bha, Durga Darini, Nama Balimimam Yastu, Durgaya Mama Manavah, Pathet Sarvayan Mukto, Bhavishyati न संशयः। जो मनुष्य मुझ दुर्गा की इस नाम माला का पाठ करता है वह निसंदेह सब प्रकार के भय से मुक्त हो जाएगा।
So it says, whoever will recite or listen to this garland of the names of Durga, the reliever of difficulties, for me will be freed from every type of fear without a doubt. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started on our lesson. All right. So I told you guys to print out the DEVI SUKTAM, right? I also gave it in the community tab, and I also put it up under the video maybe like 3 or 4 lives ago. Let me see which live it is. Crazy. Do I even have the live up here? Video? I don't have the live. I don't have the live public. Give me a second, y'all. Let me make it public. You know what? No, I'm not. Let's see. Let's go up under my posts. I have it on as a post. Okay, so 4 days ago. This is the whole thing right here. Okay, 4 days ago. So I have it up under the community tab. I probably won't make the video public, but I do have it up under the community tab. So it says, so what we're going to do is this is the Chandi path, right? CHANDI. This is, I don't want to say one of the easiest ways to get to the Divine Mother, because every way is easy if you just do the work, right? Excuse me. Every way is easy if we just do the work. But why are we doing this? Okay? Why are we doing this? We are doing this simply so that we can find God in ourselves. so that we can find God in ourselves. Okay? So that we can be relieved of our suffering. So that those around us, because we don't just do this for ourselves, so that those around us can be relieved from their suffering, right? The sickness, the lustfulness energies around us need this. And we do this we also do this to balance out our karmas, okay? We do this to balance out our karma, okay? There's things in the past life that we have done, and we got to make up and we got to pay for those debts now, okay? We have children. We're having children. Our children are having children. And simply just the Divine Mother is calling us back home, right? She's calling us back home. Now, I don't know why personally you're doing it. I don't know why. I don't know why you found me. I don't know why you watching my videos right now, or you gonna watch my videos in the future. I don't know. I don't know that particular reason. Only you can answer that. And it doesn't have to be answered today. Okay? You're gonna find the answer within doing this work. But the first thing is, you cannot go home. You can't go home and simply say, hey, I came home to get some money real quick and I'm about to go. Okay? You can't do that. You can't, you can, but I don't know if you're going to get it. You get what I'm saying? You can't say, okay, hey, I just came home so that I can get this house built, or so that I can get this man to marry me, so that my kids can act right. The first thing that we're doing is we are surrendering. All right, so the very first devotion, okay, is we bow to the great goddess, to the energy of infinite goodness. We prostrate together. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. Now, what I want to do is I want to break that sentence down. This is why I told y'all to bring a notebook. This is why I said bring a notebook. It's because we're going to break that down. All right. So, the first line is we bow to the great goddess. This is the theme of the whole scripture. Every single line, all 30 lines of this is we bow. It starts with we bow, except the last two lines. The last two lines of this scripture is, in the form of consciousness, she distinguished the individual phenomenal of the perceivable universe. But then it says we bow to her. We bow to her. We continue to bow to her. So it's then, we've already explained in this whole DEVI SUKTAM, we've already explained who she is, why we're bowing, how we're bowing. But there are hidden gems in here, okay? There are certain verses that as we bow to her, as we surrender to her, we're saying these verses, same as if it's the Bible. I don't want to tiptoe around what it is and what it's not. Same as if we was using the Bible, right? Because these are her leelas. Leelas are stories. Same as the chapters and the scriptures in the Holy Bible and the Christian Bible. These are leelas. These are chapters and stories, right? When we say particular stories, we're telling the Divine Mother while we are surrendering to her for these certain things so that she can alleviate the suffering behind them, right? I'm gonna get further into this, right? So the last scripture, I'm talking about scripture, the last line. So that was, I told y'all it's 2 lines in here that they don't start with we bow, right? I told y'all the first one. Now the next one is, let the goddess who brings good fortune, who is praised by the gods, who is served by the Devitas, who is praised by the Devas, troubled by the Asuras, dark energy. Asura is dark energy. Who is praised and remembered as the devotion to her solve alls, who is the source of all good in the world, let that goddess destroy all obstacles. That's the very line. That's the very last line. Now, there's another line, right? There's another hidden line that I'm going to give you guys. And this is what it says. Let me find it and I'm going to give it to you guys. Here we go. Page 4. It says, we gods have been harassed, and exactly what I just deleted is a harassment. Go on somewhere. We gods have been harassed by the arrogant thoughts in the matter of men. And at this time, all of gods bow to the seer of all, who then bow to with devotion and remember in a physical image immediately terminates our airy adversity. That's the secret code. That's the secret codes. We gods have been harassed by men. I'm not talking about, male, female. I'm talking about people. We have been harassed by people. The arrogant thoughts of people that think that if you go this way, that this is the only right way. When I say this is the only right way. Right? Okay? And at this time, us gods bow to the seer of all. So the first thing, so you have God in 2 different forms, right? You have God in 2 different forms. And the Bible Gita says this, okay? The Bible Gita, I shared the Bible Gita with you guys, but every holy scripture says this, right? God will manifest in a physical form, and he is still worshiped in invisible form. That's in every devotion. But, people would be like, these are the arrogant thoughts that we are harassed with. That Jesus is not God. Krishna is not God. Durga is not God. These are physical forms that have manifested so that we can, because we're people. I need to see it to believe it. So God was like, I'm gonna send many gods down there. You a god, I'm a god. But we be forgetting. Now, the arrogant thoughts is what once you get down to this part, we're saying that we have been harassed by society. We have been harassed by society to believe that God is not within me. God is not within you. God is not within that brother, that sister, these people that's online. So now we're going to start from the very beginning so that first we're going to see God in a physical form in front of us, okay? At first, we're going to see God in a physical form. That's why I told y'all to print out them yantras, okay? The God is right here. I told y'all to print out them yantras. I told y'all to print out the pictures. And you don't have to, it doesn't have to be like, oh, it's got to be a perfect picture. This is on paper. This is on paper. Now, I am going to take this yantra and put it up under another paper and trace it. Okay, and then sit there while I'm in meditation, and I am going to color it like a kid because that to me, I'm a child. I'm a child. I'm a child of God. So I'm gonna color. That's what makes me feel good. And plus, a lot of my deities always tell me to bring crayons, and I'm like, why? Why do I have, like, when I go to the store, I'm buying crayons. I'm buying all types of crayons. I'm like, oh, look at them color pencils and them crayons. Like, these are cute. My kids be like, we like markers. I'm like, we could get markers too. Okay? So, and they don't have the, oh man, they don't have the form on here, but this is the nine aspects of Maa Durga. And actually this one right here with the goat in the back of it is one of her aspects because the goat represents the milk, and that one of those, and I can see why they didn't put it there, but one of those, this is when Shiva manifests as Shiva, Durga's consort, okay? When Shiva manifests as a child and to relieve the poison that's in his throat chakra because he swallowed the poison up from earth, right? To relieve the poison, the burning in his throat, she breastfed him. All right, so, all right, they've done, anyway. Okay, I'm back. Is this sound? I hope it sound. Okay, all good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the very first line is, we bow to the great goddess. Okay. You know what? Let's put school in session. I'll be back. I'll be back, guys. I'm not far. I'm just over here in my school supplies. Baby. Blueberry. Y'all give me a second. Beyonce, then we get married. Yes. These are my dog. All right, guys. I knew that one gonna just come off because y'all hold on, wait a second. I'm cleaning my dry erase board. Okay. Dang, I feel like I wrote this with a permanent marker. I mean, I have a black one, but oh. My cat is not playing with me. Magic eraser. Let's see if the magic eraser gets it off. Kinda. Nah. Nope. Okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was going to write it down so y'all can see it bigger, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get another one. I'm going to put it somewhere else. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But, or I'll get that one cleaned up. Okay. Because I wanted to show y'all. Okay. I needed to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a whiteboard. I'm going to get a whiteboard. But that one ain't working. So, anywho. Okay. Get grounded. That's what Spirit said. I tried. Because I was like, we need to see this. But y'all also need to print this out, okay? Hand sanitizer. I use alcohol. Let me see. Let me see with the hand sanitizer. I got mad hand sanitizer. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. Hand sanitizer. All right. Hand sanitizer with aloe. Actually doing a lot better than all of that. Okay. Okay, Lori. Okay, girl. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to wipe all this up and let's put us a whole fresh coat of hand sanitizer down. Because that got the first layer off real good. It's so crazy. I was just talking about hand sanitizer today and how you never get too old to have hand sanitizer. My cat watching me from a distance. Like, if she sprayed one more thing up in here. Okay, let me go to another. I mean, if I don't want it to be perfect, I think we can just roll with this. Okay. Okay. You see? I mean, it's not perfectly clean. Yeah, okay. But it'll do. And then when I get done, I'll clean it again. Still gonna buy a new one. And put this one, put what was on here back up here. I had my tarot, the kings, queens, and aces. I had their energy written up here. Okay. All right. Stop being obsessed. I have that's so funny. It looks perfect from here. Right. My south node is in, y'all ready for this? My south node is in Virgo. So I can become obsessed with things. Once I actually clean up, right? Once I clean up, I'll be obsessed with how I'm cleaning. Like I wanna get in the cracks of shit. Once I actually clean up, because Virgos they're not the cleanest people. Okay, they have organized mess. They have organized mess. Okay. She said it looked perfect from here. Okay, so then we'll just go there. Okay. Yay! All right, so let's move this whole desk out the way. Look, alcohol bottle fell. And let's start. That's beautiful. Okay. So I guess I need some more dry erase markers too. Why do they want to treat me like this? I gotta go find the dry erase markers too. Let me see how I look. Oh no, I need to go find the dry erase markers. They're not lost. They're not lost. St. Anthony, what's lost, help me find. Dry erase markers. Okay? All right, St. Anthony. I have a red one, a black one. I won't be long, y'all. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to put timestamps in here. Y'all know I'm going to put time. I went back and put timestamps on the last video too, y'all. I hope y'all seen that. I put timestamps. I listened to it myself and I put timestamps. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let me go get the dry erase marker. Okay. What ace? Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, I have mad school supplies. Kids be like to play in your face and be like, I don't have a pencil. Boy, bye. We got free sharpened pencils. I get pencils at parties. Oh, look at my hot glue gun. We got like 999 permanent markers around here. You know what? Go to this bed, Mom. I closed the door, Ace. I wonder if I could just use like a regular marker. Y'all so patient with me. It's beautiful. Let me see if I can use a regular marker. Okay. I'm up here looking for dry erase markers. I could just use a regular marker, okay? Regular marker it is, okay? Alright. So, the DV circle, right? Hope y'all can read my writing. That's just the way it is going to be, okay? So, the very first verse. All right, we're going to jump right back in. The first verse is, we bow to the goddess. All right. Okay. So, let's go back some. All right. So, the very first verse, it says, we bow to the goddess, we bow to the great goddess. I forgot the word great. That's a very important word. I'm tripping. So, we bow to the great goddess, to the energy of infinite goodness. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. Right? All right. So, we're going to break this down. So, the very first part is the great goddess. The great goddess. Okay? We bow to the great goddess. The theme in itself centers around reverence for a divine feminine, right? A divine feminine entity. Y'all know I say entity meaning a form, okay? It's referring to the form of the goddess, okay? By saying that she is, in the very first line, by saying that she is great, meaning she's ancient. Okay, like our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother. When you add the word great to it, that person is ancient. That person has some type of power, some type of knowledge that us newbies don't have, right? So she made sure that when this verse came up, where she tells you, if you say these leelas, if you sing my leelas, if you sing my verses, if you say my verses, if you remember them, if you teach them, if you speak on them, and every time you say the great goddess, I'm going to come and help you. because I have wisdom. It's like you call your great-grandfather, okay? You call your ancestor, the great-grandmother. You call them, they're going to come help you. That's who the great goddess is, okay? And this is referred to in many traditions. Many traditions, okay? So, the great goddess, this particular line right here, we bow to the great goddess. This is us putting the goddess, I don't want to say on a pedestal, but we are elevating her, okay? We're sending praise so high up that, so far out, let me not say high up, right? We're sending praise and devotion, because it says we bow. We bow. We send in our devotion so far out, our prayer, our intention so far out that we don't even know really where it's going, right? We only on the first line. We don't even really know where it's going, right? Now, to the infinite, to the energy of infinite goodness. That's the next line. To the energy of infinite goodness, right? To the energy of unlimited goodness. It doesn't matter how far out we are. It's telling you that the Divine Mother is, everywhere we turn, is infinite goodness. Okay? Pure. There's no boundaries. Y'all know how, like, they be like, the sky, it has no boundaries, right? It has no boundaries. Even when you go out off of this world, out of this universe, you're still in the sky. Those that down, they're looking up. You're looking at the Mars. I mean, I said looking at Mars. Looking at the stars. Looking at the moon. It's boundless. You never know where. This is what that infinite goodness is. You never know where this is going to take you, right? All right. We prostrate with hands together. So next it says, we prostrate with hands together. So we put our hands together. What's so crazy to me is that, I'll put this here for a second. What's crazy to me is that prayer, so there's mudras, right? There's mudras, like certain ways to put your hands together when you are doing certain devotions to certain gods and certain deities, right? But Durga, in this particular lesson, Durga is saying that we prostrate together. We come together with our hands, okay? We have put our hands together. And this morning, a little bit off topic, but not off topic, right? This morning, I was looking at one of my tattoos, right? I was looking at one. I looked at all my tattoos this morning. And I have hands together on my back, right on my spine. I have these hands. And for some reason, this morning, those hands felt warm. They felt warm. And I was like, okay, what's happening? They didn't feel warm, like uncomfortable. I had a great dream, right? I had a great dream. They felt like, put your hands together. Like Spirit was telling me to put my hands together. There's distractions right now where, right, there's distractions right now where you might be like, I don't need to pray with my hands together. I don't need to pray with my hands together. For this particular Leela, for this particular verse, we need to prostrate together with our hands. I mean, we need to come together. We prostrate with hands together to nature. The word nature is something that is unexplainable. It's science, but it's unexplainable. It's like unexplainable science. And science is something that people have always for many centuries have tried to break down and say, you know, we can always say that this works this way. The flowers grow because somebody planted the seeds and this happened and it was watered and it was taken care of. And that is how we got nature, right? That's how we came to get our nature. But it's something that happens that we do not see. It's something that God does that we do not see. It's so beautiful. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try to dig so deep that I could humanly explain it. Why? Why? I'm not a scientist. I don't care how it happened. I just know that it's beautiful how it's happening. Okay? So we prostrate with hands together, right? Meaning that we don't know what is in our hands. Okay, I'm talking to a Reiki healer right now. I'm talking to somebody whose hands and palms get hot. Okay? I'm talking to someone who is, you're being bothered, right? You want to slap somebody. You're getting triggered. Okay? You wanna put your hands down. You know what I'm saying? You want to give up. You want to throw them up in the air. Divine is telling you with this, the Divine Mother is telling you with this very first verse that we prostrate with hands together to nature. Okay? I'm not saying you got to go outside. When y'all do these, and I'm going to tell y'all how we're going to do it. I'm going to tell y'all how we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay? I'm going to give y'all a homework assignment. And you can do it or you cannot do it. We're going to make it hard. We're going to make it easy. We're just going to do it. Okay? It might be hard for some people. It might be super easy for another person. Somebody might. Anyway. Okay? To the excellent one. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. Okay? The excellent one is the very last line. Let's get our handy dandy board back out. It says, together we prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. I'm like, I know I have a wand. I just don't know where it is. But I'm not going to get up and look for nothing else, okay? Next time I'm going to have it together. So we'll just use a candle, okay? We'll just use the candle. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one, right? So with that being said, we're putting our hands together to nature, to something that is unexplainable. But it's the excellent one. Saying something is excellent. Not only is it good, not only is it great, it's excellent. Okay? It's excellent. It's unexplainable. How can we explain that? So that reinforces the worthiness of respect of the Divine Mother. Okay? This is long before me, long before you. This has worked out. Okay? All right. So those are that's line number 1. I'll go on to line number 2. I am going to get up one more time. I'm going to go get a different color marker. Now that I know that I can use the marker, let me go get the markers. Them kids was on to something. That's all I need. Okay. So the next line is we bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the one who manifests light and forms of devotion to happiness. That's not how it goes. Let's get that right. Excuse me, guys. We bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the one, to the embodiment of rays of light. We continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light to forms of devotion to happiness. Okay? So it says, we bow that's crazy handwriting right there. I see why we need what do you call that? Expo markers, because they're a little fatter and so you can see the words better. Okay, because I write too pretty to be writing this big with this skinny marker. I'm gonna get expo markers today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have these already written out when the lesson starts. You know, y'all just rocking. We rocking this together. We gonna make sure we can get this done together. Because we prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. And it says we bow, not just me. I'm not doing this for nobody. You understand? I'm not doing this for nobody. I'm doing this simply for the spiritual benefit of all. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Right? I'm doing it for my community. I'm doing it for the world. I'm doing it for my kids. Yeah. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for nature. I'm doing it for my dog, for my cat. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit up here and be like, okay, I'm going to do a ritual for y'all or whatnot. You do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We can all come together and like do some pujas or some rituals together. But you're only going to benefit from it if you actually do this yourself. Okay? Other than that, I promise you, you only gonna benefit if you do it for yourself. Y'all know how like tarot reading, like when I do a tarot reading, is that what I want to use? No, an ancestor money burn. When I do an ancestor money burn, I'm burning ancestor money for y'all, for y'all family too, right? When you pay me to do an ancestor money burn, I write your name on your ancestor money. I write your name on the ancestor money. I include your name into the ritual when we do it. But everything that I'm doing right now is simply so you can do it yourself. Like, you're being attacked. I'm not going to go burn a candle for you. I'm not bringing your demons over to my house. Your demons show up, deal with them. Deal with them. Like, stop being scary. If you never learn to deal with demons that you called in, and you just want to blame others, and say, this person is attacking me. But you called, at some point, you gave them permission to act up. And one thing about the Divine Mother is that she works with dark and light energies. She works with the Asuras. The Asuras bow to her. They are devoted to her. It was I'll tell y'all a quick story real quick, okay? It was a demon that let me tell you how this went. It was an Asura, not a demon. Okay, it was an Asura, a dark energy person. I guess I'll say a demon. Okay, that Durga and Shiva, they both deal with the light and the dark, right? And it was a all of them, all guys deal with the light and the dark. Who are we to judge? It was this demon that he had a dream. It was this dark energy, this guy, he had a dream that he would be so powerful, but he couldn't be killed, right? No, not that he couldn't be killed. He had a dream that he had been killed, right? He had a dream that he had been killed. And so when he woke up, now at this point he wasn't evil or nothing yet. He just had a dream, right? He wasn't strong, right? But he seen in a dream that he was gonna get stronger, but he was also gonna he was going to die, right? So he was like, you know what? Let me get myself together. Let me start being devoted to the God, right? To the gods. Let me be devoted to the gods. Because if you do this type of work, if you show devotion, they come to you and they say, what is it that you need, my child? What is it that you want? I see you devoted to me, okay? They call boons, boone. All right? They grant you boons, right? And they say, we see that you've been devoted to us, my child. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? And I mean, like, pure devotion. Like, you're not doing it with intent. You didn't got that out your mind. You might start like that. You like, yeah, this is why I'm doing it, right? Now, he wanted protection because he had seen that he had been killed. He didn't see who he was being killed by, but he wanted protection. So he was like, I'm going to be devoted to the Most High, to divine, so that I cannot, to Brahma. It was Brahma. So you got Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, right? And he had chose to do the most difficult devotion for years and years and years. I mean, like, the patience was building up. But he was devoted. He worshipped this Brahman. He worshiped Brahma. I said Brahman. Brahma, right? And Brahma finally came to him and said, what is it that you, like, you have completed this devotion. Like, you have took this to, you are excellent, right? And he was like, I wish to not be killed. Like, that no form can kill me. Not form, but no human could kill me, right? No God or nothing could kill me. Like, I wish to not be killed. So he granted him the boon that he wouldn't be killed, right? And so this is when, so Shiva came, he tried to kill him, couldn't kill him, right? Vishnu came, tried to kill him, couldn't kill him. Lakshmi, all of them, all of them. And Dora was the one that was like, hey, he is too powerful. Like, how did he become like this? Now, Brahma was not, Brahma is the creator. He's not involved in any type of war or anything like that, right? The creator does not, they don't destroy. They create. Do you understand? So, everyone is looking like, why can't I... Why we can't take this evilness off of this world? And what would happen is every time his blood would drop onto the earth, he would multiply. he will multiply. Another him pop up, another him pop up. So that means that evil amongst the world was multiplying, right? And so we continue to bow, right? So they was like, let me figure out like why we can't kill him. So they go to Brahma and they was like, Sonny, one person that could have did this. And Brahma was like, yes, I granted him the boon, and I don't feel bad about it because he was absolute devoted. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Because I'm telling you, it was years and years and years, thousands and thousands of years that this energy was devoted to him. So that's where Durga comes into manifestation, right? Durga. Actually, it's Kali that comes in manifestation. So Durga sees, she comes, there's a war. There's a war that's happening. Let me get the picture for y'all. Is it over there? It's not over there. There's a war that's happening, right? And Durga, they all come together. Not Durga, not just Durga. I mean, it's Shiva, it's Shakti, it's Vishnu, it's Indora, it's all of the great gods, the high, powerful gods. They all come together and they say, whomever is to be created needs to be a part of it. It needs to possess all of us gods in order to destroy this one creature, right? This one Ashura. It's called Ashura, okay? Dark energy Ashura. It needs to have a part of us. So what happens is Durga, she's in the war. I told y'all it's a war that's happening. She's in the war. She's on the battlefield. And she goes into deep meditation. Deep meditation. And puts an auric field around her. And that's when Kali springs from her third eye. And when Kali emerges, right? When Kali emerges, every time one of the hands of Kali will, or the other ones that was hitting him, because I told y'all every time his blood dropped onto the ground, he would multiply. So every time that Kali seen that his blood was about to hit the ground, she drank it. She drank it. She drank it up real quick. Like, no, you ain't about to multiply. And he seen this was happening and it was nothing. So what he missed in the dream is that it was going to be a woman that destroyed him. This is the Kali Yuga age, right? And it's so funny that I told you guys last night when cooking with spirits and stuff that y'all need to be feeding the men and the sons first. Y'all need to be teaching this so that when we do go into war, we know, right? When you feed them first, they don't just accept any lustrous energy. Okay? Any asuric, any dark, negative energy. They don't just accept that. All right, so that's it. That's it on that lesson. So again, if you don't do this work, then that's on you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to teach y'all and I'm going to do it. Okay? So we continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light to the form of devotion to happiness. So when Durga was killing this Asura, getting ready to destroy him, he asked, let's not forget that he was the devotee of Brahma, right? So that means that he did his work. He did his work. But he only doing the job that he was born to do, right? Dark energy. He said, she asked him, what do you want before I destroy you? He was like, I want to always be remembered. She was like, no, he said that I want I want when people, like he had told her, he was like, he bowed down to her. I really wish I had the, oh, I do. Because it's Cali. I do have it. I don't. Let me see. Let me go get it. Let me go get a picture. Let me see. No. Oh, you know what? I'll just pull it up on my phone. I'm so happy. Look, I need my iPad. I need my iPad, baby. I need my iPad. I'll pull it up on the phone. Here we go. This is the image of Kali emerging from Durga's third eye. Okay. But there were a lot of wars, but this particular war that I'm talking about, and this is Maha Masura. Okay, where I told you that she killed him, that she destroyed him, right? Let me just pull up a Maa Durga statue. If I get her statue, then I'll get to the image that I want. Here we go. So most statues, right? Most statues that you see on the market or on people's altars, right? They have the Asura at the bottom, right? They have Maha Asura at the bottom. So he said that he will always want to be remembered, right? Because Durga has the ability to make it so that whether you're light or you're bright or whatever it is, whether you dark and you dark, she has the ability to bring you fame, right? She has the ability to bring you to fame. And y'all know all fame is not good fame, right? Fine. That's how you want to be remembered. That's how you want to use this. You can use it that way. Don't mean that you're going to be happy, right? So the Asura, Maha Asura said, I want to make sure that I am always remembered. And no, worship. I want to be worshipped. And she said, I can't do that. I can't do that. He said, all right, fine. Just make sure that I'm always remembered. She said, okay. I'll make sure that you always remember. And he was like, when it's an offering made to you, since I was so great, when it's an offering made to Cali, not Maa Durga, when it's an offering made to Cali, that offering is also given to me. She was like, nah, baby, nah. Because the age of the times that we in right now, we don't make offers to dark energy. We don't make offers to dark energy. When you make offerings to dark energy, they consume your body. They take over your energy. You can see it. Okay? Don't say that. Don't say that, Robbie. Okay, I ain't gonna say that. There's a lot of people out here making offerings to dark energy, and it's seen. We see it. We see it. Okay? You doing the wrong thing because whatever the case is, right? So you see it too, you know, all right? Come above that. Come above that. Remember that dark energies also are in reverence to God. They worship God. Okay? It's giving alchemy of the souls, low key. That's crazy. I love that show. But I know that's not what you're talking about. But it is alchemy of the soul. Right? I know you're not talking about alchemy of the soul, the TV show. But it's really giving that. Okay? So he said, I want an offering to be made to me as well too. Anybody that worships Cali because she destroyed me, okay, because she is getting ready to take me out, right? I want an offering made to me. She was like, no. What I will do is I will make sure that everybody knows that you did your devotion. You get what I'm saying? You was granted a boon because you did the right thing, right? And Brahma isn't mad about this at all, but he was like, he did what he had to do. I did my part. I created him. It's given like the dads, okay? Brahma, the father, it's really given like, yeah, I might have, do I want to talk like that? I might have nutted in her and created this baby with her, but I did my part. I did my part. She wanted a baby. I gave her a baby. So my job is to create. I'm creating whatever, you know, if the mama is light, the father is light, then maybe they'll have a light baby if they bring their baby up the right way. But if the father go trickling it off and gone, if the child go trickling off and he get a stepdaddy and he want to be devoted to his stepdaddy and follow after his stepdaddy path, that's that man problem. Okay? That's what the creator is. Now the sustainer, the destroyer, they got their own jobs too. Okay, they got their own jobs. So each guy has his own job, right? But Durga, Shakti, Durga, she like, I gotta do your job, I gotta do your job, I gotta do your job. Now I gotta create somebody else to do this job. And she ain't mad about it at all. Because she's a mother. She just keep having children. She a mother. She don't got her tubes tied. Remember that. She don't got her tubes tied and she ain't got her door locked. So, back to the lesson. So, what he did was, what she did for her child. Because even the light and the dark is her child. She was like, I can't just destroy you and just forget everything that you done just because you over here creating, you know, you over here dropping dirty ass blood everywhere. You know, what I'll do is you wouldn't entirely be destroyed. You're not going to entirely be destroyed. There are still dark energies out here. It's 2025. There's still Asuras out here. Okay? Every time he will drop his blood, he manifests in a different form. For centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and days and years and hours and time, there's evilness amongst us. Okay? It's our job to do what we need to do to clean up the earth. All right? So, that's all I'm going to tell y'all in that story. If y'all want to go deeper, you want to learn it, all you have to do is look up Durga and Maha Asura. Okay. I'll let y'all, I could go deeper and I could tell you other things about that story, but I think that we are at the beginning, and it's not that it's irrelevant, but I want to get a lot of people out of the dark energy. Okay. I want to kind of pull y'all out of the dark energy, because we bow to the goddess who manifests light to devotion, to forms of devotion. Okay. This is not the one that created the Asuras, but she is the mother of the Asuras because she created the creator. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay? So, like I told y'all, this is the great grandmother. This is the great grandfather of energy. This is that. She that deal. Okay? All right. To happiness. All right. The last word in there is happiness. So now we going back. We bow to the reliever of suffering. The reason why I'm picking these two right here, I think yeah, actually we're gonna do 3 lines. We're gonna do the first 3. I told y'all to print them out, so we're gonna do the first 3 verses. So it says, we bow to the reliever of suffering. Okay. We bow to the reliever of suffering. So, in that, at the beginning, I played y'all the 32 names of powerful names of Maa Durga, right? Durga. Her name means the reliever of difficulties. So we are bowing to the reliever of suffering, the reliever of difficulties. How many of y'all are going through a difficult moment right now? How many of y'all are suffering but still keeping pushing, right? Because y'all on YouTube, but still keeping pushing during a moment of, what is this? What exactly is this? You get what I'm saying? And the difficulties could not, they don't look, so we black, right? I like to think that we all black here. I like to think that everybody on my page is mostly black. I think they all black, right? So we black. So we was born here, black people in the United States of America. I'm also a woman. I think a lot of people on my page is women too. So we are here, and that's a difficulty in itself. Even if you was born in a great humble town, you don't have any problems in your family, you don't have nothing. Most of y'all, everybody has experienced a death. You grieved. Whether that death affected you right then and there, maybe it affected you, some time ago. But what some time ago? You're still thinking about that person. That's suffering. You're suffering through something. I don't want to talk about life and death, but let's just say you lost a job. You lost the car. You don't have a car. You hear what I'm saying? All of that is some type of suffering. If you can't get up and go, and let's say you can get up and go, there's something somewhere where if it was different, you think you would be good. So we bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiment of rays of light. So when we put our hands together and we're saying this prayer and we're saying this verse, we bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiments of rays of light. What we are envisioning is something that's inside. But it's almost like when you read this verse, now this is part of the homework assignment. Write this down. This is a part of the homework assignment. When you read this verse, you are going to go, you're going to envision a white light or blue light or not red, yellow. White light, blue light, yellow light. Just a bright ass light. You're going to envision it in front of you first. Okay? Because we're bowing. Okay? We're bowing. If your hands aren't together here, your hands can be together here. Okay? They don't have to be just like this. They can be like this. Okay? We are bowing to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiments of rays of light. And you just want to, you see her? This is why I said print off her picture. You stare at it so much that when you close your eyes, you see her. Okay? This is why I said print out that yantra. When you close your eyes, I want y'all, when y'all looking at the yantra, you look right at the being. Okay? That little dot that's in the middle. You look right at that for as long as you can. And what I like to do is, it's so crazy. I love to do this, is I put it on the white wall. I stare at it and then I look next to it and I still can see it. I love doing that. I love doing that. I'm like, this is a cheat code. This is a cheat code. And then it starts moving. And then it starts moving. It's a cheat code. I'm like a kid. We continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light in the form of devotion. And then you just continue to do it. You just continue to do it. Okay? And it says, in the form of devotion to happiness. Y'all see how happy I just got when I said that? Like, I can't wait to see her again. I can't wait to see the Divine Mother again. And like I said, you see it in form first. You're going to start seeing her in people. You're going to see people with red on. You're going to see people with, overloaded jewelry on. And you're like, look at her sparkling. Just random people. You're like, girl, why she got on all that stuff going to the grocery store? That's the Divine Mother showing up for you. To tell you that, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Don't forget. All right. So verse number 3. I'm not going to use that color. So verse number 3. And this is the last one today. This is one of my favorite ones. All right. All right. So the last, not the last verse, the last verse. Today, the third one. It says, we bow to the change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth. To the wealth which sustains the earth. To the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world, we bow. Okay? It says, we bow to change, to perfection, to the dissolution, to wealth, which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, to the blessed mother of the world, we bow. Okay? Let's break that one down. First line. We bow to change. We bow to change. If you don't change your spending habits, you're going to remain broke. If you don't change your eating habits, you're going to remain sick. If you don't change your thinking, you're going to remain stupid. Okay? By saying this line, we're telling her, we're telling the Divine Mother, we're sending it out to the ether. Remember I told you it's the very first word, we bow to the great goddess, to the infinite goodness. So by saying this particular vow, we bow to change. The Divine Mother, I bow to change my way of thinking, my way of spending, my way of living. I bow to that change, to perfection, to dissolution, to wealth. That means that we bow to change our controlling ways, our negative thoughts, dissolution, our way of spending and looking at money and material things. We bow to change those things, right? We bow to change them because they sustain the earth. Those particular things make the earth what they are. The way that we are makes our algorithm the way that it is. Okay? If I don't change my friend group around, and then I go back to my Twitter and I got the same algorithm and I'm retweeting the same people and I'm talking about the same shit and I'm, bashing the same ones, somebody else is going to see that. Somebody else they're going to see that. They're going to think that's okay. I sustain the earth. You sustain the earth the way you are. If I go to the groceries, if something is viral on TikTok, right? This food trend, right? Let me see. Spirit got me. They just got me. They just called me out that quick. Y'all, let me show y'all something. They just called me out that quick. I'm about to be very transparent. This is crazy. Would it be real crazy if I picked up my Dowers and asked Spirit, like, are you talking to me? Or am I just thinking egotistically? And I'm not. I just think everything is about me. Let me ask my Dowers a question real quick. Do I have permission to Dowers? Thank you so much, Spirit. Right. Let me tell y'all a habit that I have, right? Let me tell y'all a habit that I have. I can't make this up. This sounds crazy. And I almost want to do the habit right now because I'm teaching. I'm in the middle and, you know, the lesson just like, it just hit me. I told y'all we're going to do this together, right? Let me tell y'all this habit that I have. It's so crazy. And I'm understanding. Look, I almost want to put these dots around. I'm going to put these dots around all the way up. Okay, thank you so much, Divine. Right? Let me show y'all a habit that I have. Ooh. Only some will understand this. But some may not, right? Oh, I just hit myself too. Ooh, look, let me tell y'all this habit that I have, right? And it's been bothering me all week. It hasn't been bothering me. So look, I was on TikTok, right? So since I was a child, when I was a child, my mother used to eat cornstarch, right? My mother used to eat cornstarch. And I started eating cornstarch. Okay? She used to eat cornstarch. Bad habit she taught me. So I eat cornstarch, right? And so, listen, I'm not. So I was on TikTok and they have these like, now I just eat cornstarch out of this actually, I can't make this up. Like I cannot make this up, right? Listen, I cannot make this up. Let me show y'all. You know what? I don't even gotta go get the other box. This is not the box that this cornstarch in this can came in, right? This is not the box that this cornstarch came in, right? Because I just said, like, you gotta change your eating habits. If you don't change your eating habits, you're gonna continue to be sick. And I have been talking to Spirit about all of this mucus that I have, right? And I'm just like, how do I get rid of it? Why is it not going away, right? And so, nothing to do with TikTok, right? Nothing to do with TikTok. I was on TikTok and I was at work like 2 weeks ago. One of my coworkers, my husband just found out that I eat cornstarch. Maybe a month ago. Like he just found out. And I had just told him. He was like, what are you eating? Like he came in and he just busted in the kitchen and he was like, what are you eating? And I was like, cornstarch. He was like, what? He was like, you eating flour? I was like, no, I'm eating cornstarch. And so he was like, cornstarch? And I was like, yeah, he was like, how long you been eating that? I was like, my whole life. I was like, I just randomly eat it. Like, I might be cooking. If I use it, I'll take a bite of it, right? But it's been getting, listen, anyway, a couple weeks ago, my coworker shows me cornstarch chunks, right? Where they are like, you know, like that, okay? So, they look good, okay? And I'm watching these videos. I went crazy. I was watching these videos of people. I was like, let me see how to make this, right? I was like, hey, Amazing Grace. I was like, let me see how to make this, right? And so I found out how to make it. And at work, we got convention ovens, right? So everything cooks really fast. Then we got a walk-in freezer, so everything freezes really fast, right? You put something in the freezer for an hour, it's okay, because our freezer is like below zero. So I was like, oh, I can make this shit real quick, right? At work. So I came in on the starch, okay? So this is something that I have to stop. This is a bad eating habit, right? Thank you, baby. So I don't even know what was said, but thank you real quick. So as I was saying right here, that if you don't change your eating habits, you're going to remain sick. And Spirit put that right on my heart that quick. Okay, the Divine Mother put that on my heart that quick. She answered my question. And I even just second guessed it. Y'all see me, I just was like, let me pull my dowsers out. Am I talking to myself? And the first thing my dowsers did was swing and was like, come on now. And I heard it. They was like, she didn't say this was a dumb question, but she was like, this is what we're talking about. We doing this together. We're doing this together. We changing our eating habits, okay? So we vowed to change, to perfection, to the dissolution of wealth, which sustains this earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world, we bow. Okay? This is change. This is not even good. I didn't even like it. After I made the cornstarch chunks, I was like, it actually just tastes like oven. Like, it tastes like, I'm saying it tastes like oven. I don't know what oven tastes like, but it didn't taste like cornstarch. I was like, I prefer regular cornstarch, right? So on top of these cornstarch chunks, because I was like, I don't like this. Y'all, let me just show y'all. I was like, I don't like this. I went and bought a regular box. I was like, I do not like these cornstarch chunks. I went and bought a regular box. I'm tripping. My eating habits, they're not bad. But little stuff like that is wild. This is not something I would put on my altar. I wouldn't put cornstarch on my altar. And so that's where I'm getting to. If I won't feed my spirits, y'all know I came on yesterday and I talked about feeding the spirits and stuff. And I said, you have to feed your spirits. And you feed your spirits whatever you feed your family. I wouldn't feed my family cornstarch. So we vowed to change. We changing up our eating habits, okay? If you're not going to feed it to your spirit team, don't feed it to yourself. That is something, when I did this the first time, that's something that the Divine Mother absolutely changed up, was my eating habits, right? She changed up my eating habits because we gods have been we have been harassed by men into believing certain things, right? I'm not gonna judge y'all if y'all eating meat, right? Because my kids eat meat. My husband eats meat. That's their choice, right? If my husband was to say, Lori, I'm about to say something to that, but hold on a second. I'm about to say something to that one because hold on a second there. That's a good topic, but hold on a second. My kids, I said I'm not going to judge y'all because my kids and my family still eat meat. If my husband was to say to me, like, I want you to eat meat, then my stomach probably wouldn't disagree with it because spirit knows that I'm devoted to my husband, but he wouldn't do that to me, okay? I don't judge him and I don't say you should stop eating meat or anything like that. I don't. Actually, my kids, he was the first one to stop eating pork. Like, I don't think he ever ate pork. We was together, like, maybe he ate pork like 1 or 2 times in the last, like at the very beginning, like 12 years, maybe at the very beginning, he might have ate a pork chop, maybe, right? But at some point, he was like, I don't eat pork. And my boys followed right behind him, right? Oh, yeah, Ice is crazy. But Ice I won't say it's not good for your teeth, but it's not bad for your body. I mean, it's not bad. If you eat it and not eating, that's the bad part. But it's not good for your teeth. Just that part. But anywho, so I won't judge y'all if y'all still eating meat. But doing this type of work, Divine will change up. Yeah, Divine will change up your eating habits. Okay? Will absolutely change up your eating habits. You know what's crazy? When we went to Haiti, when we went to Haiti, and I was in a voodoo group. They was eating pork. It sounds crazy, but they was eating pork. So each pantheon is different. But right now we in this Hindu goddess. We talking to the Hindu goddess. Depending on which way you're going, Tantra, yoga, Jainism, depending on which way you're going, which deity is path you are going to truly align with, because we're going to learn about a few more. They gonna change up your eating habits. Now, let me go back to this one, right? Let me go back to this one. You said that's why I asked them to provide some more funds so that I could start cooking healthier foods, and they provided. That right there. That right there. Right? And then you say, yep, most of our meals have pork in them. Oh, you talking about in Haiti, right? Okay, listen. If you ask Divine, like Lori said, if you ask Divine to help change up your eating habits, and that's what you want to do, you will absolutely be provided. And then the other thing is too, when you start asking that, they gonna be like, you gonna buy this bad meat too? You gonna go to the grocery store, you gonna be looking there, and you're like, damn, do this, that meat expire tomorrow. That means I'm gonna have to cook this today or freeze it today, but then it's got a little brown on it. You gonna feed your family that? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. They gonna get some seafood today. I'm allergic to seafood, right? I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm allergic to everything in the ocean. I'm allergic to, right? And I literally had to have a talk with my spirit team. I had to have a talk with my spirit team. I'm like, hey, y'all want me to change their eating habits too? I need to be able to cook it. I need to be able to cook it. So I just was talking about this today, that at work, we cook a lot of seafood, right? We cook a lot of seafood, and I have no reaction to it. But when it comes to me like touching it, and I don't cook it. I mean, I might take it out, but I'm very cautious of it too. I'm cautious when I'm dealing with any type of meat anyway, because I don't want it to touch me. I don't want the blood to touch me. I don't want none of that. So I be having these long gloves on, and I make sure that I'm constantly washing my hands and washing the surface around me and stuff like that. Everybody is. And when I'm not, well, I haven't had an allergic reaction. I only had an allergic reaction one time at work, and that was in the beginning. Somebody had used the can opener and then wipe it down. Now, by me being there, everybody is very cautious of being clean. Okay? So, we bow to change, to perfection, to dissolution, to wealth. Okay? Which sustains the earth. This is what sustains the earth. If we bow to change, and we bow to trying to be as perfect as we can to the Divine Mother, okay, to Maa Durga, while doing this, we will receive many of her blessings. If I tell you that you do this, and if you do it with devotion, right? Because before, the sentence before this, it says, we continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light to the form of devotion. So if you keep that form of devotion in your mind, like I said, put the mantra up. Look at the white. Put her mantra up. Then look at the white. Stare at it as long as you can, and then look at the white side, right? Look at the white wall or white picture. You can put it on the wall. Look at it, and then switch your mind. Close your eyes and look over to the white. Even when I close my eyes now, I can see her yantra coming in front of me. I can see her image coming in front of me, just closing my eyes. Because my devotion is recognized to her. That it doesn't matter where, I could be in the darkest room ever. You could be in the darkest room ever. And if you do this work, if you remember this, you remember her stories, you repeat her stories, you tell other people about her stories, you read her stories, right? If you do this, she's going to provide wealth to you. She's going to provide that change that you've been praying to have. No other form can do this. No other form can do what Shati can do. Okay? No other form can do what she can do. There's parts, there are others that they can do a part of it. But she is the infinite energy of goodness. All right? Now, why did they include to the wife? We bow to the wife of Shiva. Why did they include that in that line? Because Shiva. So you have the yin and you have the yang, right? You have two energies. And Shakti created Shiva. I know in the Bible it says that, Eve was created from Adam's rib, right? Shakti created Shiva. Okay? She created all the universe. All of the universe. All of that. Shakti is Vishnu. She is Shiva. She is, Brahma. She is the Lord, the higher, the middle. She's all of that energy, right? But our question is to the wife of Shiva. Why did they include that, right? So, we bow to the wife of Shiva, right? I was about to look it up online, but I can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. I can't. I'm gonna go with what it is that I know, and I just gotta trust what I'm saying, right? So if I look at this and I'm saying that we bow to the wife of Shiva, right? Shiva is an energy that has been in meditation for years and years and years. He destroys. So Brahma had a head in the north, a head in the south, a head in the east, a head in the west, right? And when Brahma had ego, he grew a fifth head. where he can look up to the sky because he was so powerful. You know, and Brahma is the one that created the man and all that stuff, right? But when he thought that I could see everywhere. I could see the north, the south, the east, the west. He got cocky with it, right? And he got this head on top of his head. He got another face on top of his head, right? So it was from egoism, spiritual ego, right? So Brahma had a spiritual ego, which is what a lot of spiritualists have, right? I can't wait to play this back. Like, I cannot wait to include the timestamps in this, which is what a lot of spiritualists nowadays have. They are so. Let me read this Shakti Yuga again, right? Number 13. It says, during this time globally, the light of spiritual knowledge is particularly submerged within the darkness of ignorance and confusion. Even those with the awareness to have a positive intention can become confused and place profit above integrity, attacking brothers and sisters on the path, or lay claims to knowledge on false foundations, okay? Even when our intentions are noble. So Brahma intentions are noble, right? Our intentions may be noble. My intentions are noble. Your intentions are noble, right? And effect, EFFECT, our actions can create further suffering. Such conflict and confusions are signs of a sutra. Remember what I was saying about the demon where drops of his blood will come, and Kali Durga had to manifest another god, Kali, in order to destroy this right here. But the one that actually gave him that boon was Brahma, the one that grew the fifth head, ego, right? It says those are signs that the asutric negative forces have gained the upper hand. Kali Ma's darkness and ferocity are required to readdress the spiritual imbalance, okay? Now, why is Shiva mentioned? Shiva is mentioned because of this. This is why Shiva is mentioned. Right there. That's Shiva. That's Kali. When she was destroying all of these demons on earth, right? So when you are destroying all of these demons within your auric field, right? All of this negative energy, when you tearing it up, you like, I don't want to be with him no more. These kids are crazy. This mama of mine is this daddy of mine is that, and my friends is fake, and you starting over. You pulling these seeds to nature. You pulling these seeds that you planted. That divine the Divine Mother let you go through this because you had to go through it. So when you pulling that stuff up, you done cleared out the yard, right? You cleared out the yard. You don't have no friends. You don't have no connections. You ain't got no Twitter. You ain't got no Instagram. You ain't got no TikTok. You starting over on you don't have nobody watching your videos on YouTube. You done pulled every single dirty weed up, and I don't want to say dirty, every beautiful weed up that you no longer have a tie to, right? And we bow to Shiva because Shiva is the destroyer, okay? He helping you pull it up. He got your back. He like, yeah, we can pull it up, right? But then he whispered to you, and you might not have heard it because you was in a tangent. So we bow to the wife of Shiva. Shiva is mentioned because just saying the name Shiva, every time I'm saying the name Shiva, listen, I'm activating something in myself and those that are in my auric field. I'm activating it. When you say this and you say Shiva ears perked up like, yes, 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 I'm here. I'm here. You want to? Okay. And the only one that can stop and calm you down, calm this activated Shakti energy in you, that as you was bowing and she placing hands over you, right? You bow down to her, you praying up to her, and she placing hands up on you, right? And you say, we bow to the wife of Shiva. The wife and Shiva. The only one that can calm this husband down, because right now you acting like Shiva. You wild hair, it's matted. You ain't even got your hair done. You got your you got the weapon, your weapon in your hand, right? You got the moon phases on your side. You get what I'm saying? You did the meditation. Only his wife can come in and he's like, you know what? I recognize my wife within you. That's why I'm helping you. Because you bowed to her. So she became one with you. And I recognize my wife within you. So that energy is working together. That's why he mentioned here. We bow to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world. The blessed mother of the world, right? Now, Shakti is a mother. But in the story of Shakti and Shiva, there's no children. When Shiva and my mind is blank. Sati. So when Shiva and Shakti are first together, there isn't a lot of humans, right? There isn't a lot of humans. There's gods, right? But there's a lot of wars going on with the gods. So then Brahma has to create a place for these gods to go. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit. Brahma has to create a place for these gods to go, aka Earth, so that they can, balance out their karmas, because it's just like a war within the gods. It's just happening over here, happening over there. So it's like y'all need a place where y'all can go. So we're gonna create life on Earth where you're gonna have to reincarnate as a goat, right, this lifetime, or you're gonna have to reincarnate as a fish, or you're gonna reincarnate as a human, right? So it's like different aspects, right? So you have Shiva and Shakti, okay? Then you have the next story where it's Shiva and Sati, S-A-T-I. But Sati, she isn't with Shiva for too long. She's a devotee of Shiva, right? Because it says we bow to the wife of Shiva. But the next line, there's a comma on this line. It says we bow to the wife of Shiva, comma, the blessed mother of the world. So yes, we're talking about Shakti, but then they put the blessed mother of the world. So this is that top energy, Shiva, right? I mean, Shakti. But Shiva has 3 wives: Shakti, Sati, and Parvati. Okay? They put Shiva in there so you can remember that these 3 wives of Shiva, pick one, anyone, it's all Shakti. Pick one. You could be the highest form, and there's no levels to this because they both did what they needed to do. They all did what they needed to do. So there's no levels to this. But you could be Shakti, right? You could be Sati. All right? The one who father was very disrespectful to Shiva, right? And his daughter at the end of the day. And his daughter to Shiva's wife. Very disrespectful. Okay? Then you have Parvati. So they threw the blessed mother of the world. Parvati is the one they gave Shiva children. All right? So, the blessed mother of the world, right? This sounds crazy, but it's not crazy. That even Shiva is in devotion to his wife. He do his job, but he's devoted to his wife too. There are multiple stories where Shiva he just always tried to do the right thing. Let me say that. He always tried to do the right thing. So his wife, Shakti, will always try to guide him to do the right thing. Okay? Even in devotion, if you're devoted to Shiva, you're devoted to Shakti. If you're devoted to any of these gods, you're devoted to Maa Durga. You might not say Durga. You might not say Shakti. You can say Vishnu. You can say Shiva. You can say Hanuman. Okay, you can say Lakshmi. You can be like, oh yeah. You can say Jesus Christ. You still in service to Maa Durga. This is why I said we're going to start with Maa Durga. Is because it doesn't matter where we go. I want y'all to know that we still here. We still at Maa Durga. It doesn't matter who I pull up. We still at Vishnu. We still at Maa Durga. We still at Krishna. It doesn't matter. They're all connected. Okay? I have literally I will Google or I'll read and I say, what is the relation, what's the coordination between these two gods or whatnot? And I wouldn't find anything, but then I'll read the words in Sanskrit, right? So if y'all printed out what I told y'all to print out, right? And on this third one, it says, we bow to change, to perfection, to the dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth. That line, to the wealth that sustains the earth. Lakshmi is in there. Wealth. When you say wealth, you say Lakshmi. Okay? So, all right. That's where we are. I think that's the end. Okay? I think that's the end of today's lesson. And this is the homework. Let me write this down. And I'm going to put it in the, I'm going to put it in, I said day one chant. I'm going to put in the description what the day 1 homework is. So, day 1, the homework. I need to erase this. I need hand sanitizer. All right, so I'm gonna start with. I'm not gonna throw my cornstarch out, but I am gonna throw those cornstarch chunks out. Because I don't even like them to begin with anyway. I want y'all to find something that you can eliminate, that you can change. Don't make it something super big. Like something that's just like, for me, it's cornstarch. It's cornstarch. We done with that. Baby, I just told these people that I eat cornstarch. We done with it. This ain't even good. Nah, you found out before they did though, so that's all that matters. Okay. So that's not homework. That's just something you all need to do. Okay. If y'all want to talk about it, talk about it. If y'all don't. So day 1 homework, right? When you're doing mantras and you're doing these types of things, right? Leelas, 108 is going to be the number. 108. Okay? 108. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Dum Durgayei Namaha. All right, so let me give y'all the mantra. All right. With her picture in front of you, right? With her picture in front of you, an image or a statue or her yantra. So you can have a picture, you can have a statue, you can have a yantra. Just one of them, right? Let's say you didn't print it off, right? Put your phone on silent mode. Write this mantra down and put her picture on your phone and look at it. I'm giving y'all this because, I mean, you really can go and print her picture out, but let's just say you didn't print her picture out, right? So, but I hope that this helps. Okay, Lori, can you do me a favor and put this in the chat? Put this mantra in the chat. Okay. So it's O-M, Dum, D-U-M, Durgayei, D-U-R-G-A-Y-A. E. There's an E at the... There's an E at the end of that. Okay. Should I one more time? So O-M, Dum, D-U-M. So write that one first. Dum, Durgayei, D-U-R-G-A-Y-E-I. And then Namaha, N-A-M-A-H. A. There's an A at the end of that. You need it one more time? Perfect. Perfect. So it's Dum Durgayei, yes, Namaha. Okay? You're going to say that 108 times. Let me do it one more time. And it's literally like this. It's no rush doing it. Just listen to the way I'm saying it. Say it like this. You can put it in the song. Dum Durgayei Namaha. You get what I'm saying? There's no rush in doing it. Take your time. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Alright? 108 times. It means solutions to Durga, the one for whom doom is the seed sound, invoking her protective and powerful energy. Okay, so the homework is 1, Maa Durga Mantra 108 times. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Okay, 108 times. After you finish that, you want to read the first 3 verses of the Durga SUKTAM. Just the first 3 verses, and you just reading it, right? Read. Read is what I said. The third is you're going to write them. You're going to write them, right? You're going to write the first 3. Definitely spelled. You're going to write each one 3 times, okay? You're going to write it 3 times. So you're going to have a total of 9, okay? So that's the homework, right? While you are writing those 3 verses, okay, while you write them, you can write them 1, 2, 3, or you can do 1, the first verse 3 times, the second verse 3 times, the third verse 3 times. It does not matter, okay? However you want to do it. You can write it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, okay? While you're writing it, let the 32 names of Maa Durga, let that play in the background. All right, so you probably need your phone on Do Not Disturb or something like that, okay? So let me get a homework again. So we have 3 things to do for our homework, okay? The first thing is we are going to do Durga's mantra 108 times. We're going to say her mantra 108 times. All right. How do you know you said it 108 times? Y'all need mala beads. You need mala beads. Okay? You need mala beads. Yeah. If you don't have mala beads, right? This was going to be my question. If you don't have mala beads and you want some mala beads, you can hit me up. I'll send you a pair, right? If you don't have any. So that means that you might have to wait to do your homework. Because let me ask a question. Am I being a perfectionist here? Nope, to perfection. Okay? To perfection. One of the vows is we bow to perfection, to change to perfection. So you might not be able to do your homework right now, right? It's okay. It's not due tomorrow. I'm not coming on here tomorrow. I gotta work this weekend. I'm not coming on here tomorrow. I'll be back live. Y'all will see when the lesson come back up. Like I said, I have to get a dry erase board and some dry erase markers. So it's okay. The homework is not due tomorrow. We're going to make the homework due on Tuesday. This is going to be due Tuesday. Oh, cute. Oh, no. April 15th. So this is due. She's about to start panicking. No, don't panic. We ain't panicking. We doing this. We taking care of this. So, I text me. Make sure I have your I think I have your address. I'm sure I do. If not, yeah, just text me. So if you need mala beads, right? If you need mala beads or you don't have access to get them, if you have access to get them yourself, you could just, I'm talking about you can get a pair. I'll put a link in my community tab. For Amazon, some mallet beads. I'm going to get me a new pair as well, too. I'm going to go ahead. Okay. So you need to do 108 mallets. Let me show y'all what mallet beads look like. I don't have no mallet beads up here. Okay. So these are mallet beads. Both of these are mallet beads. Okay. Different goddess. Oh, I do have a pair up here. Okay. These are my husband's. These are a set of mine. But these is my husband. So there's 108 beads on here though. So these are mallet beads. And this is a set of mallet beads that I made. This is a set of mallet beads. I made these myself. Okay. These are available for purchase. So if you want me to make you a set of mallet beads, I can do that. Or if you don't have mallet beads, like you have to be very, just let me know. Okay, if you want a pair of mallet beads, you will have to activate them. If you want me to make you a pair of mallet beads, like, hey, all you got to do is text me and say, make me a pair. Can you make me a pair of mallet beads? And I'll make you a pair. Okay, but you do have to purchase these. Now, if you don't have it to purchase a set of mallets, right? If you don't have it to purchase and you like, hey, I need some mallet beads, can you get me let's not be shy about this, okay? Let's not be shy, all right? We in here, we trying to sustain listen, I got it, you got it, you got it, I got it, okay? We trying to come together. So let's not be shy about what it is that we need, okay? Spirit put me in a position to do this, so let's not be shy about what we need. Let's be cautious about what we want, okay? You said, so you touch them as, yes, these are counters. So I'm using my, all right, so listen, there's no right or wrong way to do this, right? There's no right or wrong way to do it. We doing it with the way that we want, right? So I said the way that we want, the way that the Divine Mother wants us. So basically, we don't count this bead here. We don't count that bead. But we start with the first one. So, I'm saying Dum Durgayei Namaha. Next bead. Dum Durgayei Namaha. 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 All right. You're going to get through all of them. I just did it 9 times. You're going to go through all of them. You know when you're done because you're going to get down back to this bead. And remember, we don't do this one. This one right here is, once we get to this bead, we thank the Divine Mother. Okay? And we sit in a moment of silence. We put our hands together. We sit in a moment of silence with all our beads together. It doesn't have to be together in your hand, but try not to let these touch the floor. Okay? Try not to let these touch the floor. My husband is over 6 feet, so let's try not to let them touch the floor. All right. If you have a partner, do this with your partner. If you have kids, try to do this with your kids, okay? You don't have to do this in isolation, away from your kids, away from your person. We not, even though this is the occult, we're not doing this in secret. We're not really doing this in secret. They want to walk past and hear and listen to us, or whatever the case is. Let them get that. Let them hear that energy, okay? This is, you can literally, we do this for the spiritual benefit of all. You could really be destroying the energies that are on them, the sutric energies that are on them, just by you simply chanting. Like I said, I know I have a lot of women, mothers, and fairy godmothers on my pages. So just by you doing these chants, you're helping the community. Okay. So we're going to get mala beads. Okay. We're going to do 8 malas of Durga's mantra. Dum Durgayei Namaha. Okay. We're going to do that 108 times. In the same day. In the same day. And you're going to feel this energy. You're going to feel this energy. You could be tired after you feel this. I want to know how y'all feel after this. Okay. I want to know how you feel after this. The second thing you're going to do is you are going to read the first 3 verses of the Durga Sutra. So the first 3 verses is, we bow to the, so now you have your mala beads. They're in your hand. Okay. I want y'all to still have them in your hand together like this. And you're going to say, we bow to the great goddess, to the energy of infinite goodness. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. We bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiment rays of light. We continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light, to the forms of devotion, to happiness. We bow to the change, to perfection, to dissolution, to the wealth which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world. We bow. Namaste. Okay? After that, get you some water, right? Get you some water. Sit down at the table. You can have your malas in front of you. You have the Divine Mother in front of you. You're going to turn on your and what I suggest is, I suggest that you pick one of the 32 names of the powerful the secrets, the armor. Okay? Pick one of the videos where, let's just say we're going to put 32 names of Maa Durga. We're going to press it. It's going to say 108 times, right? This is 30 minutes. Okay, so not 32. Okay, so anytime you're doing anything related to these Hindu goddesses and stuff, let's stick with odd numbers, okay? Let's stick with odd numbers. So we're not gonna listen to it 32 times. We'll listen to it 33 times. Yeah. Okay. We'll listen. I wouldn't even say 33. 33. That breaks down to 6. So not 33. You want to stick with 9s. Okay. 108. That number breaks down to 9. So we're gonna say 108 times. Here we go. No, it's not. That's not it.
Earn more with high-yield cash from Robinhood Gold.
That's crazy.
Ma, guess what?
I really gotta get him.
That's amazing, beta. तो मैंने आपके shopping के लिए.
It's not my phone, so. No, that's not it. That's not her mantra. Here you go. Okay, that's her. That's it. So you'll have this playing her 32 names of the 32 powerful secret names of Maa Durga. You'll have it playing, and you're going to write out those 3 verses 9 times. Okay, 3 times each, which is going to break down to 9. So that's the homework. All right, that's the homework. Don't worry. Don't be in no fear. Just do the work. You get what I'm saying? This is us really getting started into being really devoted to her. We have what, 30 verses to go through. We have 30 verses to go through, and just imagine how much y'all are gonna know about her. You're gonna see her, you're gonna feel her, she's gonna help you. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do the mind. That's what we're doing. That's it. That's the lesson for today. So let me go back and play. Actually, you know what? I don't need to. But that's it. Okay. So if y'all need anything, text me at 346-702-4044. Okay? If you need anything, let me know. But that's our lessons today. Our homework, I'm going to put it in the I'm going to put it in the description, and I'm also going to put it under my what's called. I want to know how y'all felt with doing the mantras. I'm going to You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you was here too. I appreciate you. Okay. I want to know how y'all felt with doing the mantras, and how you feel just having the deity in your auric field. Okay. If you felt anything, if you experienced anything, if you seen anything, let's share, next class. Okay. And remember, this is going to be due Tuesday. I did put a due date on it. It's going to be due Tuesday, April 15th. Okay. So we have the weekend to get our malas done. Do not rush and do this energy. Okay. You'll miss something. Another thing I wanted to say was, make sure your hands are clean when you are doing the, that's so funny. I used all this hand sanitizer and everything, so I know my hands clean, right? Make sure your hands are clean when you are dealing with this is the deity too. Okay? This is the deity. These are, I cannot wait till I get this. You know what? I've been wanting to order this particular mala set for myself, and I never could check out. I just be like, are they real? But Spirit just brought it over me like, you know what? Real, fake, or nothing. My devotion is what counts. Even if it was real, they become active. I mean, even if it was fake, the particular beads that I want, even if they were fake, the devotion will make them into a real. You know how you get like a little fake diamond and you take care of it and you really like that? This is my diamond ring. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to no store. If somebody sold it to you, you believe it was a diamond, you treated it like a diamond, it's a diamond. Okay? It's a diamond. It's a diamond. So that's the lesson, y'all. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, Lori. And y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, 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 right? Faith brings life. That's wonderful saying. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I might catch y'all later. I have some things to do, but I might catch y'all later and do some readings or whatnot. you know, later for the afternoon, like later. Okay? But I don't know. I love you guys. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day on purpose. Bye.